Now imagine you're on a planet where it's all women and you're the only guy, all right? A lot of demand there, okay? You're in demand, you're a hot commodity. But the more men that come to that planet, the less valuable you are and the less of a hot commodity you are, because now there's options. Can you explain stock offerings? Yeah, they just take more privately held shares and put them out in the public, meaning that because of supply and demand, the average value of each share is worth less because there's more of them. Just supply and demand, right? Like, I hate to make these analogies, but it's the only way you guys learn. Imagine you were on a planet and there were 2 men for every woman, right? Well, as a man, you got to compete against the other men because there's less women who have more men so they can have their pick of the litter, right? So you're not worth that much, just as you are. You got to work to be elevated amongst your peers, to woo your woman. Now imagine you're on a planet where it's all women and you're the only guy, all right? A lot of demand there, okay? You're in demand, you're a hot commodity. But the more men that come to that planet, the less valuable you are and the less of a hot commodity you are, because now there's options. You add more and more and more and more, and you become less and less, you have to become less attractive and less interesting and less desired, okay? Same thing with shares. The more shares that are in the market, the less each individual share is worth because there's just more of them, all right? Did that help you understand? No? Pizza. You guys like pizza. Okay, here you go. All right, here you go. A stock offering is like pizza, okay? You ever notice that when a pizza place is really good and then they start opening up more restaurants that become a franchise, it becomes less good quality? Same kind of thing. You have your favorite pizza place, okay? A pizza pie is a pizza pie place here, okay? I make a pizza. It's a very good, okay? It's a very good pizza, and I like my pizza, even though pizza is not an Italian. It's just a thing that we talk about. What were we talking about again? Oh, diluting shares. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, but we're back to doing. Oh, they're very good. Where were we? You just lost 400 viewers? Bro, I lost 4 million viewers a month. Okay, it's fine. I'm Indian and I just walked into chat. What did I watch? Me trying to impersonate my wife and her parents. Can the British make pizza? All right, so dilution. Think about it as your favorite pizza place. Okay? Think about it as your favorite pizza place. Okay? Everybody wants to go get the pizza. There's a long line. There's a long line. A lot of people trying to get the pizza because it's one of a kind. It's really good. They've got slices, but they've only can do a limited number of pizza slices. But they've got a lot of demand for those pizza slices. Lot of demand for that pizza. There's a line out the door every day. But they can only make so many pizzas an hour, and they can only be out open so many days. So, but they get to charge decent amounts because there's demand. If they're charging $5 a slice and people are buying them, then that's what there is. There's a lot of demand because there's a limited number that can get there every day, and everybody wants it. It's so good. But now, all of a sudden, they open up another store. Now they can double up the amount of pizza they sell. So at first, the line's probably pretty equal, but now all of a sudden, you're splitting the amount of people between 2 stores, or a competitor comes in. And now, instead of running out of pizza slices, you've got some left over because the line's a lot less. So you're wasting pizza. So you need to drive more customers. So you lower the price. You add, because there's more in there, it lowers the value per slice of pizza. Because you can charge as much as you want as long as you have more people wanting it than there's available. But if there's less people and there's the same amount, it drops the value per slice because there's not as much demand. I feel like it was sandwiched in between a whole segment that I really didn't need to do. Can you explain in meth? Okay, this is your meth pipe. Okay, all right? I sell you crystal meth, and this is good quality shit. Okay? You only need 1 hit to get high as shit. All right? You're good to go. And I'm selling, but it's a small quantity, but it's very potent, right? So you're willing to pay me $20, just for example, for that. Well, all of a sudden, I want to create more product and move it. So how do I make more money? I make it less pure. I add a little bit more of the other shit in there to make the same size rock, but it's less potent. Now, there's more rocks in circulation, but each rock is a little bit, not rock, each crystal, I'm thinking about crack here. Let's just talk crack because it makes more sense with Hunter Biden and everything, right? Okay? It's $20 a rock. But if I start cutting it with more baking soda and less cocaine, I can put out more rocks. But each rock is worth less. It's the same thing with stocks. and offerings, right? Let's say a company owns 90% of the shares privately and 10% of the shares are out in the open market, right? And each share is worth $1 at 10%. So we'll call it 100 million shares. And each share is worth $1. So the company's market cap in the open market is $100 million. Well, if the company says we want to raise money, so we're going to sell some of our stake in our share. We're going to take 10% more. We're going to sell 10% of it out into the open market. Well, nobody's going to buy it at price at that large amount. So you got to usually offer it less than what it's going for to bring in more buyers. So if you do that, all the people that have it at $1 and you're offering it 80 cents, well, guess what? These shares aren't worth $1 anymore because you're offering it 80 cents. And even if you offer it at $1, well, you've now doubled the amount. So each share at 100 million shares worth $1, if you have 200 million shares now, well, you've cut the value of these almost in half. Because they're worth $1 a share if there's 100 million shares. But if there's 200 million, you've got double the shares. It's not going to be worth the same price. You've diluted it. You've created more. They've made money off of it. But it's not worth each one individually because you've diluted it. Just like with the crack rocks, you've added less cocaine and more baking soda. You've diluted each share. You've made more of them. And from a volume standpoint, you as the dealer and the supplier get to make more money. But the individual buying the crack rocks, they're not getting their $20 worth anymore. They're not going to pay you $20 for the same thing if it doesn't have the same value to it. Now the idea is that addiction will keep going, and these people will build up a tolerance, and now you're gonna be breaking even because you're making $10 per rock with twice as many rocks. But because their tolerance builds up, or because addiction and there's more people out there, the idea is hopefully for the dealer, hopefully that will lead to more demand even though you've doubled the amount, you've got now 50% more demand. So now it's $15 per rock, but you've got twice as many rocks. So at the end of the day, it's 50% more profit. Stocky giving the guy in my backseat a tutorial. This is actually so horrible, but insightful. Well, that's the problem, is if I teach you guys like the actual thing is, it won't make sense to everybody. But if I do in some weird way that's not politically correct and not normalized and not acceptable in the finance world, then you'll remember it, because it's the only way you're going to hear it this way. Italians actually suck at making the pizza, okay? You ever have a pizza in Italy, it is a trash, okay? It is just a bread with a little bit of sauce on it, okay? And some cheese. I can make a calzone or a stromboli, it is not good, okay? Nobody likes a pizza in Italy. Italy does not make a good pizza. You were telling me, tell me where in Italy you get a good pizza. Tell me one place you get a good pizza. Okay, your pizza's a trash. Okay, it is a McDonald's. Okay, nobody likes your pizza here. I don't know why I'm turning into a Russian. Okay, I'm turning into a Russian and I'm doing a Russian Italian. Okay, I drink a vodka on my pizza. I do not mean to insult the people in my chat. The pizza in India is not a pizza. Okay, we do not use the pizza. I will tell you now. Okay, you do not eat the pizza here. Okay, in Delhi, just because we call it Delhi does not mean they have the meat for you. You're stupid, Beto. You're crazy. You're an idiot. And I don't want to even tell you why. You're a sheepshagger. You are. And I think you should leave. Hey, man. A taco is not a folded pizza, is it? Okay, I don't know where you're from. That's racist, man. We don't make pizza here, man. Tortilla is not a pizza crust. I don't care what you put on it, man. You cannot fold a pizza and make it a taco, man. That's up, is it? That's up. The baguette is not just a bread. It is a way of life, and I do not know why we smoke here in France. We are better than we think we are. I'm sorry, I'm blacking out again. Okay.